Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 5 Minutes PM podcast. Today, I'd like to discuss with you the risk monitoring and control. One thing that sometimes amazes me is that a lot of people think that risk management is only identify risks, measure the risk, the probability and the impact, and then calculate the exposition, and then maybe buy an insurance or do something to avoid or to minimize this risk or to mitigate this risk. But the topic that I want to cover in this podcast is the last topic, is how we can monitor the risk, how we can understand that risk is not something static that we put on the wall and it's done. This is a very, very serious topic because I know many people that think that they are doing risk management because in the beginning of the project, they identified the risks, they measured the risk, and they decided action items regarding each of that risks. And done. This is not correct. Why this is not correct? Because the risk is something alive. It's something that is changing every single day, in the good side and also in the bad side. So risks can mitigate itself without doing anything. Other risks can damage much more over the time. And I need to be aware to understand if the response that I'm given, it's strong enough to control that risk. Let me give you two examples. I remember when I was a young boy, and my mother bought a 4-lock key. This they put on the front door of our home to avoid people to enter. So it's an extra or something like a security locker. And at that time, this reduced dramatically any probability of someone coming to my home. So this is like armor the door. It's like make it bulletproof or impossible to come in. Now, if you check on YouTube, you will learn techniques from open and unlock and deactivate this locker in something like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute. So that happened in 30 years ago. It's completely different right now. So the response to avoid people to come into my home, it's different. So I need to buy now maybe a much stronger locker. Maybe I need to change maybe the material that I'm building the door. So I need to improve and put extra security because the environment is changing. The second example, it's like medicine. I need to monitor my patient to make sure that the medicine is solving the problem. And if it's not solving, I need maybe to use a more powerful medicine, a more powerful drug to different situations. So this comes from monitoring. I can't forget and just put on the wall and say, oh, I'm done. The risk management is done and I'm ready. This is not the right approach. This is not the right approach because the world is changing. Maybe when I receive more information, I need to reframe my ideas and recognize, and with that information, I can check the probability is going up or is going down. Look, one example, what happened in September 11. Before that time, we never thought that something like that could happen. Look now how we are facing the risk in a different way regarding terrorist attacks. Why? Because we are monitoring. We are checking. Now, no liquids anymore on the airplane because of new information. I love the theorem of Thomas Bayes and from statistics. And he said that when we receive more information, we reframe our perceptions of probability. Let me give you a quick example that they use to teach that. Let's suppose that I want to understand the probability of an elephant hit me on the street. Maybe when I tell you this right now, you say, oh, the probability is 0. But let me give you another information. There is a circus close to your home. This changed. Let me give you maybe in an hour a second information. This circus It's only an elephant circus. Let me give you the third information, maybe tomorrow, and say, one elephant escape from the circus. Look, as soon as I receive more information, I reframe my ideas. I reframe all my risk approach. So this is why I'd like to discuss with you. It's so important to understand that this is alive. This is something that is changing dramatically. If we don't do this, we are not doing proper risk management. So keep this on mind. No monitoring, no risk management. No risk management. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I wish all of you a Merry Christmas. Next week, we will make a review of 2010. And in the other week, we will talk about the perspectives for 2011, as I do every single end of the year. So Merry Christmas for you, for your family, success and everything for you for next year. Bye-bye.